Hey, what's happening guys? It's Mark back here from Marks Aquatics. On today's episode we're going to be talking about this. Yep, the shed caught on fire guys, I'm not joking. Night before last, me and the wife was in bed. I've been mucking around with a couple of plug sockets in the koi room next door, and went to bed as usual, plugged in another pump which I had into an extension lead around the corner there. And there was one of these. I haven't got a lot of plugs here. I've just got that one bar, but I had another smaller one coming off the green one there, which was up in amongst the ivy up there, propped up, and the cable went through into next door's socket, which is a silly idea on my behalf. Anyway, ganging up extension leads you shouldn't do. But so anyway, what happened was, I put in the heater plug by accident. Now I've always got this one hanging up here, but for some reason I'd hung it down there, and I've put these on now just to tell me which one's which. I must be getting old, but it makes life a lot easier. So basically what I'd done is I'd taken out one of the heater plugs and I'd put in this heater, not into that bar but into the other one, which was up here and went next door. So it was basically plugged in there, and not realising that it was the heater, and it was a 2 kilowatt heater. Now I've been in this game for 40 years into the aquatics world, and this has never ever happened to me before, and it scared the life out of me guys, it really did. And the reason I'm making this video, because I don't want this to happen to any of you guys out there. Just label every plug that you've got with a little labeler if you've got one, just so you know what you're plugging in and what you're taking out and plugging back in again. I don't know if you can remember, I got all my little drawers there with bits and bobs. I had the same there. I heard a pop, that's all I heard, was a pop, and I thought it might be my daughter getting up, because sometimes obviously the kids have little night terrors and stuff, and she wanted to come in maybe, so I thought it was her, so I didn't do anything. And the wife said, "Mark's your pond, I can't hear your pond running." I went, so I stuck my head out the window and I couldn't hear it running. It had stopped, so I thought, oh, something's shorted. So I came down, and to my horror, all I could see through my window was flames belching up the wall, and I just freaked out. Now luckily I had a fire extinguisher in the house, and I went and grabbed that straight away, came straight back into here and managed to extinguish the fryer. But it was hitting the ceiling, you can see all the scorch marks there, and it made me go cold, because if we were heavy sleepers and I didn't hear that bang. What the bang was, I don't know if you see, but on the top of here on my tool chest I've got all kinds of different oils and different sprays and what have you, which I use for my truck outside, and there was a bottle of white spirit which was there right by the plug. Now what happened is this is a brand new one, it's got surge protection on everything on this one now. I'm not going to take no more chances, it really wakes you up when something like this happens to you. I've just rewired all this, I've got some really heavy gauge cable which I've run right through now onto a main switchboard and fuse board in the house. So that's all been done right. What happens is, this is the culprit, this is the one that actually, I wouldn't say the name, whatever it is, but I've cut it off there. But from there back, that basically was through. It went through up in the corner there and it came down. But there was a loop of it, and it came down, and it was obviously plugged into this one here, the old socket, which you can see around there, and that's where the trays were above it, and they all just melted and poured down all over the place. But this caught on fire. The other half of it, nearest to the plug, caught on fire because of the amount of amps it was drawing from that 2 kilowatt heater through that, and it just set it on fire. So I've never had this happen to me before, and I don't want it to happen to you guys. So what I'm asking you is, check your plug sockets, check what you've got plugged in. There's a rating on the back of these, if you look. I might be able to show you with this green one. Right, I don't know if you can see there, it's got maximum 3,120 watts. Okay, that's total load with all the sockets filled. That's what you're allowed. Okay, 13 amps maximum, and you've got 3 kilowatt there, just over 3 kilowatts you can use. Now this is a higher rated one. The one that I was using, it wasn't, and it just heated up and burst into flames. And that is what happens. And I say, we could have all died if we were deep sleepers and we didn't hear that go off. The whole house could have been on fire, and I dread to think the outcome of that. So make sure it doesn't. And I'm not referring to just aquarium stuff. I mean, if you've got a load of these by the side of your bed and you're running hair dryers, and if your wife's got crimpers running on there and all these other things, and they're all going, you can easily overload these sockets quite easily, and they can catch fire. And especially if things are left on, irons, things like toasters in your kitchen, make sure you check it out, please. And because I don't want this happening to any of you guys. I mean, all my tools are ruined. I mean, this is where I keep all my tools here. I have my cordless drill there, I had my Dremel there, that's all completely fried, finished. I'll try and show you what the remnants of what's left. Alright guys, we're back. There you go, look at that lot. Frightened the absolute crap out of me, it did, guys, it really did. Got battery from my drill. I'm just so lucky. That plug, absolutely toast. The extension lead, completely destroyed. Everything that was in these boxes, melted, gone, all fused together. And there was so much smoke, guys. There's my charger, that's completely doomed. A right cock up. And I say, there could have been the end of me there, and the end of my family. So all I'm saying is, guys, is for God's sake, check everything. And this was just a simple mistake of pushing in, overloading it. That's all I did, as I overloaded it with that 2 kilowatt heater by plugging it in somewhere where I shouldn't. I mean, obviously now I've still got it now. I've plugged it through there onto the main frame of Marks heater. It's gone through a brand new wiring system now, and it's straight into that, which is straight into the main household fuse board now. So that won't happen again. And the thing is, I always use it. It's not on now, it's just on. It's when that, I normally take that off of there and I normally plug it straight into there, and then it's on. That's why I just hang it there like that. I leave it on because of the temperature, and I just look at the temperature in the morning to see what it's doing up and down wise. And even worse news, guys, is I've lost about 5 of my koi. I was heartbroken when I came down the next day. I didn't sleep all that night, obviously. I was just too shook up, thinking what could have happened. The fish, I was planning on going away for the weekend, so I put the covers back on the pond, and they come to there, obviously, and I've left this piece open in the shed because otherwise I didn't want herons or anything popping down or anything getting in the pond and having a go at the fish. So I put the covers on. I think what happened is there's so thick the smoke in here, toxic smoke, that it must have gone down onto the water, it must have gone under there. And when I came down in the morning, I'd lost some of the really nice little ones which I had. And I say it breaks your heart when you lose anything like that, but I've had these since they were tiny, and it really did knock me around. So these things happen. Like I say, I'd rather it was the fish than me or my family, but you can see they're not right now. They're just gasping on the top still, acting slow. A lot of them are outside. I put in an extra oxygen, a big oxygen stone in there to pump some extra oxygen in there. I've given it a massive water change today as well to see if there was anything in the water that, but everybody's just really lethargic looking. Anyway, guys, please check your sockets, because the last thing I want to any of you who watch my channel and people that have just clicked onto the channel, please go and check your extension leads, because you can overpower these things quite easily. I'd personally go for one of these surge protector ones. They've got thermal cutouts as well, so if something gets too hot, it will cut out. I didn't have those before. Like I said, I've been in this game probably 40 years. I've been plugging things in and unplugging things. This has never happened to me before, but it only takes once. That's all it takes, is once, and you could oh, I dread to think what could happen. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. I'm not trying to scare you, I'm just trying to put this across that this can happen to you, you know, at any time. So make sure that you don't overload these little sockets with your computers, with anything. Okay, all right guys, stay safe, you're all stars. I'll get myself back together, I'll rebuild all this, you know what I'm like, and I'll carry on. The work that I have done there, the new lighting, I've got new lighting now all the way through as well. I've redone the whole wiring system in here, so now it's right up to speed, because you can let things go, and sometimes you're just doing things, you're unplugging things, plugging things in, especially around aquariums. You get your water spills, you think, oh, that's nothing, you know, you mop it up and what have you, but you might get some water in, things can arc out, loose connections, things do happen. So make sure you stay up to speed with your safety, please guys. Anyway, you're all stars, I love you all, be safe, and I'll see you on the next video. The DIY thing might be a little bit on hold for for a little bit now, because I've got to get some more gear together. Alright then, bye for now.